What is going on, everybody? I am Dope, your idiot leader, and this is my dope channel, Dope Comics. What can I say? Today we're going to be talking Punisher. Some of you guys might not remember, but when I first started the channel, I used to talk a lot of Punisher. Love the Punisher. I grew up loving the Punisher. My goal, my all-time grail when I was a kid was if I had Amazing Spider-Man 129 and had Amazing Spider-Man 50, first Kingpin, I was it. And then of course you get that and it don't really, you just keep going. But anyway, Punisher's always been a big factor in my life. I always loved the Punisher until the events that happened that we're going to talk about today. This is a rant. This is a rant, guys. We're going to be talking about that old evil empire Disney, which bought out Marvel in 2009. And what they do? They got rid of the logo. The classic, I say the greatest logo in all of comics. Fuck Superman, fuck Batman, the greatest logo of all time, the Punisher logo. It brought fear in everybody's hearts. Everybody was scared. I mean, you got to remember, this was Frank Castle, a veteran of Vietnam. He watched his whole family get destroyed by mobsters when he got home. He wasn't a pleasant man. The whole symbol of the Punisher was supposed to strike fear in the hearts of millions. And it did so. But Disney saw it as a form of hate or something. I mean, sad, Disney, sad. You woke-ass people are sad. I just said it. I mean, law enforcement, military used the skull. Some people wanted Marvel to change it. Who was that some people? Old-ass Jerry Conway, part of the creator of the Punisher. He's crazy. I mean, he hates police. Trying not to get political here. But Jerry Conway launched a campaign to have artists of color design versions of the logo, proceeds of the merchandise to go to Black Lives Matter. Why are we changing the logo? Why are we giving proceeds to Black Lives Matter? I think all lives matter. But he was against cops because cops had the logo on some of their clothes because it was like a promise that they were coming after the bad guys. Just like the Punisher. And Marvel got rid of the logo. And they gave us this fucking logo that looks like a cross between a woolly mammoth skull and a starfish. And if that wasn't bad enough, they ended up just getting rid of the logo altogether and getting rid of my boy Frank Castle altogether. So we don't need no Frank Castle. We got George Jenkins, some motherfucker with a laser gun that broke into the Avengers warehouse and stole some laser guns. So we don't have Frank Castle no more. And when we did have Frank Castle, he had ninja swords and a woolly mammoth tattoo that looked like starfish. So I don't know what was going on with that. But I thought I would go back and relive show you some of my favorite Punisher covers. And let's just go through some of the stuff that's going on. First volume that came out was 5 books. And this is number 1. This is the first book of his solo series. And if you look across the top, it says 4-issue mini limited series. You get book 2, and it says a 5-issue mini series. You get issue 3, 4-issue mini series. You get issue 4, 4-issue miniseries. And what the hell, it was a 5-issue miniseries. So it's always crazy. It's a little thing for a little knowledge egg for you people that didn't know that. It says that across the tops of the books. It's all messed up. But that was the very first series. And then the next series had 104 books in it. And I had all of them. I still got all those. And then you had like the War Journal. I had all those, still got all those. I got every volume. My favorite volume of Punisher, and the last volumes I bought was the Marvel Max. There is 75, and then Jason Aaron did another 22. The 22 is my favorite. It's the Kingpin origin stories. It is amazing. It is right here. I even bought the trades. I love to read it so much. But it's the Kingpin origin stories. And the Punisher and the Kingpin kill each other at the end of this. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. But that is awesome. I was talking about Marvel Max. My favorite Marvel Max series was this one right here. Welcome to the Bayou. You got the rebel flag. You got the sawed-off shotgun. You got the young Dolly Parton. You got the famous skull. You had it all. And you had the Max so they could do what they wanted to in here. And this was when Punisher was great. Welcome to the Bayou was 4 books. Look at that crock pot with a hand in it. That's southern as you can get. And then look at this killer here. I mean, this killer's got on the overalls. He's got the knife. He's got the sack over his head. Welcome to the Bayou. That was a great series. If y'all wasn't reading the Marvel Max stuff back in the day, you know I love dark things. You need to get you some of that dark stuff. It's amazing. Let's see. Forbes magazine, creator of The Punisher, wants to reclaim the iconic skull from the police. We've already talked about how, what about the fact that Chris Kyle, the famous sniper, the famous Navy SEAL, the guy that they made the movie about, American Sniper, he was a giant fan of the icon, the logo. And a matter of fact, you can see the logo in American Sniper. Why take that logo away, guys? You tried so hard and you made so much money and tried so hard to come up with a famous logo, and then you take it away because you're fucking Disney. Well, you know what, Jerry Conway? I guarantee you, when some damn crooks break in your house, beat the shit out of you, take your fucking wheelchair and your damn hemorrhoid cream, first people you're calling is the cops. The ones you hate so much. But that's another story for another day, I guess. Let's show some more books. My favorite Punisher cover of all time. What about this one right here? This one right here, I know the guy that's got the artwork to this, the original artwork. This is number 102, and anytime I see this book, this is one of the books I always buy. Love it, love it, love it. Love Bullseye. Love that book. How can you not love that book? He also was very risque if you bought the Punisher magazines. Here's number 1 of the Punisher magazines. It was crazy. Good stuff. And let's look at some of the bigger books, shall we? The third appearance says so right here. Don't argue with me. Argue with CGC. Third appearance of the Punisher is right here in giant size number 4. There's the Punisher right there with his white go-go boots. Great book. You can find these on the cheap, man. Why wouldn't you want this book? This is the third appearance of the Punisher, man. We got the second appearance of Punisher laying around here. And this is one of my favorite covers because you can see the Punisher's. Not only does he got go-go boots, he's got them crazy eyebrows. Check out them eyebrows. The Punisher was a bad man back in the day. This is the second appearance of Punisher in a 7.5. This is Amazing Spider-Man 135. And then the first appearance of the Punisher is ASM 129. And I like this one because it's signed by John Romita. It's signed by that douchebag Jerry Conway. And it's signed by Stan Lee. So, if you look right there, you can see John Romita. If you look right there, you see Jerry Conway. And right there is Stan Lee. And this is a 4.0 gold label CGC. I've had it for a while. 2 out of 3 of them's passed away now. And it's a beautiful book. I love this book. I miss this logo. I miss Frank Castle. Give me Frank Castle. Bring back Frank Castle. We don't want Johnny Blue with a laser gun or whatever his name is. We don't want Frank Castle with the damn starfish, woolly mammoth skull on his chest and the ninja swords. We want the real Frank Castle. Now I'm going to show you the stupidest cover ever made. The worst cover ever made. And I need my hook pointer for this. I need my hook wand. I don't know where my hook wand's at. But I need my hook wand. But anyway, I'm just going to show you the stupidest cover ever made. This is the second run. This is the 104 Volume 2 run. There's so many things wrong with this cover. First, he's on top of a giant building. You can see the cityway down here. Giant building. And on the very top, on about the 100th floor, we've got a sign. Who in the hell can read this sign over? It says hotel down the side. Nobody's going to see that on top of a skyscraper unless you're passing by as an airplane. Second thing we got going on here. This bazooka. If he shoots this bazooka into this room, it's going to blow up the whole building, including him. That is the wrong gun for the wrong thing, Punisher. You can't shoot a bazooka at a guy that's right there in your face. You're going to blow up the building that you're connected to. That don't make any sense. Then he's hanging on to this real little old rope that's connected to the top of the building. You see how he's got that one little rope, one little strand of rope, and it's just long enough to get to this floor. Just use the steps, Punisher. Use the steps. And then the worst thing of it all, if you look close, he has 6 fingers. He has 5 there and a thumb around back. And then he's got 6 fingers here too. Count them fingers. Can you see that? 6 fingers on each hand. That's why the Punisher's such a bad motherfucker. He's got 2 trigger fingers. Who else you know with 2 trigger fingers? I mean, I've dropped some knowledge on you today about the Punisher. Are we ever going to get the Punisher back? Are we ever going to get the classic skull back? I don't think so. Give me my skull back. Give me my Punisher. Quit fucking with all my heroes. Marvel? Or should I say Disney? Ever since you bought out the company in 2009, it's fucking floating turd. Floating. A floating turd, not a sinking turd. It's sinking, but sinking in a different level. Something. Fuck that stuff. I mean, golly. Iconic logo. And you're throwing it away. Anyway, just like that, I've dropped some knowledge on you today. We're under 13 minutes. If you don't agree with everything I've said, all you got to do is leave it in the comments. And tell me what an idiot I am. Tell me why they're banning the logo. Tell me why they've got rid of Frank Castle. Tell me why that ain't the worst fucking cover of all time. Let me know some stuff. Let me know what's going on. I mean, they took over in 2009 is when they bought Marvel. And after that, 2013 was the last good volume of Punisher. And after that, all downhill. They got their grubby little hands in it, didn't you, Disney? You little woke-ass motherfuckers. Anyway, until the next time we're under 13 minutes. Read your comics.